Good evening, everyone. This is Sue from Sue's Paper Creations, and I'm excited to be with you this evening for a fun little project that we're going to make together. I hope that you will enjoy the projects that I'm going to be doing leading up to Christmas. And I want to do a few little 3D projects, some boxes and bags. So we are going to start those tonight. All right, I'm just making sure I am live in the right places. I think so. So hello, my name is Sue from Sue's Paper Creations, and I am coming to you from Victoria, BC, British Columbia, on the west coast of Canada. And I want to welcome you into my craft room where I have lots of fun creating and getting things ready to share with you. Tonight, I have got a couple things I want to share with you. For one thing, let's see. Oh my goodness, we got some people popping in. This is great. We got Jan, Judy, Pat. Hello, everyone. And I love how you say good evening to everyone here. This is amazing. Hello, Krista. So for tonight, I have been busy in my craft room today. I have been preparing a couple of the cards for January's card club. I have created a little project for tonight, which is going to be a great, quick and easy gift wrapping solution. So if you happen to have, which I know you all do, a piece of 6 by 12 pattern paper, you can definitely hop on and create along with me. And I hope that you do. Okay, it's going to be really easy. And then I'm going to decorate my gift bags up, and then you guys can finish yours up and maybe share them in the comments would be great. Okay, hello Joanne, hello Marianne. I hope you got my response. I will be sending you a video soon. Okay, all right, so I have a couple things that I want to share, so I'm going to hop right in. I am all cozy in my house coat as I'm winding down for the night, but this is a great way for me to wind down. And I think for some of you on the East Coast, you got to be reaching 11 o'clock already. So thank you for staying up and joining me. I'm going to head down to my desktop, and I am going to show you some products that I'm going to be using for tonight's fun little gift bag. Oh my goodness, midnight for you, Krista. Wow. Okay, so for tonight, I am pulling in some of my favorites that I wanted to use that are, of course, on the last chance list. Some of our gorgeous papers are starting to go. So, everything that was on the last chance list, and I did a video a while back, and I marked out all of my mini catalogs so you could see what was on sale, what was not, and what was going to be going. I have these papers here, which are called, I'm starting to heat up now that I'm getting ready to create. I've got these papers here that are called Joyous, or Joyful, actually, I think. Joyful, yes. Joyful Specialty Papers. And these ones are on low inventory, I believe, but they are still available. And they are specialty papers because they have some gorgeous gold on them. So all of the pieces have beautiful gold. I love these. They're so festive. This one here is beautiful. We've just got some gold wood grain, and then probably my favorite in the bunch is definitely the cherry cobbler and the musical notes that are in gold. So really, really pretty. So those, you get 2 of each. You get 4 sheets of 12 by 12, and they have got that specialty gold on them, which is beautiful. I'm going to be cutting, or I've already cut one down, but I'm going to be cutting down another one to create our gorgeous bags tonight. So I'm going to show you a little something I did with a piece of paper, which just adds a little something in just a second. But I want to share with you a couple things that I have got in the works right now. So for some of you who tuned in to my Thursday morning quick and easy. It was a split card, split paper card, and we used the adorable one horse open sleigh, and we used that trucking along. These were the cards that we created. Okay, now the trucking along bundle has been, it goes and it comes back and goes and comes back. It's finally back, and some of you purchased it when it first was released on the online exclusives. And I did let you know that when you purchased that trucking along suite or bundle with me, that we would have a free class. So I have got packages that have been mailed out for those who already purchased the trucking along bundle. If you haven't already got it, it is a fabulous one. It is awesome to use. And I would mail you out a little package to make 3 cards. So these are the 3 cards that we would be making. One of them uses actually the specialty paper here. Isn't that cute? So there's one. We've got a Christmas. We've got kind of a just because. I wanted to be able to use the truck in all different colors and all different ways. And then we have got a special delivery, which could be Christmas or could be birthday. Okay, so those will be coming out to you. And because of this card that we created with the split paper, I couldn't resist chucking in a sheet from the one horse open sleigh so that you could recreate this card as well. Okay, so that's your little bonus. All right, so if you still want to grab that bundle, I have got the kits ready to go, and I am going to be doing, it will actually be a Facebook Live, so anyone who has this bundle can join me. I'm just going to do a Facebook Live on, I think it's the 15th of December I've got it lined up for. And if you happen to get the bundle through me, then guess what? Your pieces are all going to be prepped and ready to go, and you just get to join in. I've done all the work for you, okay? So, yeah, so you still have a chance. You can grab that bundle and create along with me with a kit that's already done, okay? All right, so that is the one thing. Second thing on the works was today, and January's card club uses the cutest products. I've been waiting and waiting to create with these, and I finally have my products ready for January, and it is a really sweet set. So January to me, I like to start off with birthday cards and just some really fun cards that you can use throughout the year. In fact, I will have a specialty birthday party bash class for people who are in town. I'm going to release some dates for that, and we are going to have like a birthday party, and we are going to create some awesome cards. It'll be in January. I am also going to be selling off all of my retired products in January and having a virtual and in-person catalog launch. So there's lots of things that are going to be coming up in January that I'm super excited to share with you. But for Card Club, these are the products, and I've got 2 out of the 4 cards done, okay? So in your package for January, if you have not already done a Card Club with me, they are so much fun, and you get to make 8 cards, 2 of 4 different designs, and it always includes $25 worth of free product, or $25 worth of products, Stampin' Up! Products within your kit, okay? It's $45. I mail it out anywhere in Canada, and that includes your shipping, and you get a full package of embellishments. For January, it will be the ombre matte decorative dots, okay? I love these. They're so fun. You are going to get 5 yards, so half a spool of this gorgeous sheer ribbon, which has the silver on it. It is perfect for everything and really easy to tie bows. And then you're going to get actually a half package of, I think I have some of the papers here. I do. A half package of our stinking cute Zoo Crew. This is going with the zany, our zany zoo bundle. So that is going to be the feature, and you're going to get a full half package of this, which 6 by 12 sheets and 12 of them. So you get a full package. Now, 2 of the cards I have made, and I think they are quite cute. This is one. Can you see it there? Isn't that adorable? So that is one of the cards we're going to make, and you can see it's got the beautiful paper, our embellishments, any textures I'm going to run for you, okay? And then this is the second one that I've created, okay? So I've got 2 more to create, and because January is a celebration month, I am going to stick a bonus 5 yards. It will be a ruffled pool party ribbon into your kit. Okay, so if you would like to join, I am going to have registration up for this by the end of tomorrow. I just want to get the rest of my cards made, and then I will have registration, and I will post the link and all the information, and you will have just till December the 10th to sign up for January's card club. Okay, so that is what's going down in January. All of the virtual launches and everything, I will be posting information for that coming up, so don't you worry. Okay, so let's get to tonight's project. If you happen to have a 6 by 12 sheet of pattern paper, I hope that you will join me and create along. I am going to create 2 of these really cute bags, and I'm going to do one in my musical notes that I love, and one in this gold and holly paper, this gold holly paper with the red little berries in it. Okay, so I need to grab my paper cutter, and we're gonna get busy. Okay, so I got to cut this one down to 6 inches by 12. Perfect. So if you are using a directional piece of paper, like this is directional, so you're going to want to make sure your pattern is going sideways, okay? That is important. I want to show you a little trick that I did to our piece of paper, the other one that I'm using. So this is one of the sheets that is in the Joyous specialty paper, and today I was playing around with some coloring because of my little zany zoos that I'm going to be doing. I had out some greens, and I thought, you know what, as I look at this paper and I see all the holly in it, I thought, you know what, I can color right on here. And what it's going to do, I use my blends, and when I color onto this paper, so this is just something fun I wanted to share with you. When I color onto this paper, it does like a resist because it has a gold emboss to it. Okay, I'm going to hold it up. You can see that I can color that holly out, and you're still going to see the gold right through it. Okay, so you want to see the results from today? Here we go. Voila! So see the difference between, it took a little bit of work. It took me maybe 10 minutes as I was, you know, just listening to some Christmas music, and, you know, it was kind of like a Zen moment for me. But I used just a whole bunch of different colors of green, and I turned this into this. So you can color out your little holly pieces on this piece of paper, or you could do the greenery. Either one I think would look fabulous if you want to take the extra time. Okay, so I just had to share that with you, and that is the piece that I'm going to be using because I did all that work to it. This is the one I want to use for my bag. Okay, all right, so let's get to creating. Okay, I am going to be using my little trimmer here, and let's see here. Oh, we got Deborah Welcome to the party, Gail, Sandy. Yeah, I think it looks beautiful too, coloring it, right? So give it a try. There's probably more than just these papers out there that you can definitely color out. Lots of the black and whites, I take the time with my blends and I will color them out, or just little bits and pieces of them just to highlight it a little bit, right? Yeah, makes a difference, those little bits. Okay, so for our measurements for today, I really should have a blank piece of paper here. Let's see. I'm going to take my piece of paper and I'm going to write out the measurements first so that you know where we are going. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating little tiny gift bags, okay? And we are going to start scoring along this long side, and I'm going to do 2 of them. And I've got bits and pieces to decorate them up, but we are going to be scoring them at 1.5, 5 3/4, 7 1/4, and 11 1/2. Okay, so that is going to be the long side. That's the long side. All right, now the short side, which is this side, from the bottom, we are going to score it 1.5, and that's on the short. Okay, this is a really quick bag that goes together so easily. I think these would, I'm going to keep that right there so you guys can see that, but I think this would make even great little table favors, or if you do little gifts for your neighbors, it's a great one to fill with just a little bit of chocolate, or if you make some sort of bark or something like I do, which I'm going to be sharing that video pretty soon. Then it's a great little bag that you can, you know, wrap some in some cellophane or some foil and stuff and pop it in. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to do some scoring. I'm going to do it twice, and that way it gives you the opportunity to catch up. Okay, all right, here we go. Are we ready? Okay, so I'm going to make sure my cutter is well out of the way, because the last thing I want to do is cut instead of score, right? And I'm going to start at 1.5. Here we go. All right, so we're going 1.5, 5 3/4. Now, I made this bag years ago. It was probably right as COVID started. I did a whole series of some fun things, and it was kind of my way of I wasn't working, our dental office had shut down, and I wanted to stay connected with everyone. So I started my Stampin' with Sue's Paper Creations, and we would create little projects and things a couple times a week. And you know, it's amazing how a community started to grow in that group, and everybody enjoyed connecting in the same place a couple times a week, and got to know each other. It was a lot of fun. So this was actually a bag that I did, and I did it in some poppy paper that we had at the time. So I thought it would look great in Christmas paper. Okay, so that was 1.5. I'm going to do it one more time. Okay, so 1.5. Like that. We have got 5 3/4, 7 1/4, and 11 1/2. There we go. Oh, Jean, I'm glad you noticed that the paper was colored. I love it. Yes, I did have a moment where I just kind of zoned out and did some coloring, and I love the way that it looked. Okay, so that was 11 1/2. Now, from the bottom part of the bag, I am scoring 1.5 inches. Okay, so I'm scoring 1.5 inches from the bottom here. All right, so there is basically the base of this bag. It's fairly easy. Okay, we're gonna get out our scissors. you're definitely going to need some tear tape for this project. That is my go-to for any items that I do 3D. Now, did anyone happen to see my post for Cyber Monday and my deal for Cyber Monday? So for Cyber Monday, which starts basically at midnight tonight and runs for 24 hours, as a thank you for, I'm calling it my sticking with me, and you'll know for in a reason why, or why in a few minutes, but I'm calling it my sticking with me sale. It is my thank you to those who have tuned in to watch me, who have supported me in my crafting endeavors here. I am doing adhesives 23% off because it is the end of the year. So anyone who wants to purchase any adhesives in the next 24 hours, if you happen to purchase online, I'm just burnishing all my score lines here. If you happen to purchase online, then I will reimburse you 23% of all of your adhesives. And I'm going to show you the page. It's actually, there's 15 items on the adhesive page in our annual catalog. And I'm giving 23% off all of those items starting at midnight tonight for 24 hours. Okay, so for one whole day, if you happen to place an order and you have any of those adhesives, and you can do unlimited quantity if you want to stock up for months, because what is the one thing that we always need for all of our projects? We got to be able to glue them together, right? So adhesives is something that everybody needs, and you know, it's my way of saying thank you for sticking with me. Okay, so I will, if you want to send me your order, you can do that, and I can put it through your credit card for you and then just charge you the $23 less. Or if you want to do it online, then I reimburse you through e-transfer. I'll contact you and get your email and reimburse you. Okay, yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. All right, so for the bag, what I'm doing is I am cutting up to the score line all across the bottom here, okay? And my rule of thumb when I'm creating a bag like this is that the full rectangles, I just leave them, okay? As you can see, I'm gonna do this one here. This little tiny square here on the corner, I'm going to actually cut that one out. Okay, so I'm going to cut that one out like that. That is gone. All right, and then I'm going to cut all the way up to that bottom score line. We're going to cut up to that point. Okay, so I just go ahead and I cut all of those. Okay, is anyone creating along with me tonight? Now we have got two rectangles, two squares. We're going to leave our rectangles just as they are. Our squares, we're going to do a little shimmy. It's, you know, shimmy, smidgen. I have a few crafting technical terms that I use. A little shimmy means we are going to just take a tiny little wedge out of the right and the left of those squares, just the squares. Okay, so you can see if I fold it down, see what I've done there? So I did a little shimmy to the right, shimmy to the left. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. Leave those rectangles alone, but shimmy your squares. A little to the right, a little to the left. Okay, just like that. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to do the same on this one here because I'm making two. As you get busy in creating your one there, I want to just show you twice. Okay, again, keeping that rectangle, leaving it. Squares, little shimmy to the right, shimmy to the left. It's just going to make it so that when these go together, they go together so much nicer. Okay. All right, let's see how we are doing. Everyone doing okay that is creating along with me? I hope so. What I'm going to do next is we are going to add some adhesive on to this flap right here. Okay, if you are just tuning in, I am using the Joyous Specialty Papers. These are on Last Chance, and if you're thinking, I don't recognize that piece of paper, it is because I went ahead, you can see on the inside, I went ahead and I actually colored out all of the holly that was on the piece of paper. So you can do that. You can color out some of the areas on the paper. It's okay because this side is the inside of the bag and you're not going to see where the green showed through. Okay, now I'm just taking my adhesive off here. We got Judy coming in saying good evening. Good evening to you. But yeah, I just wanted a different look and I wanted a little bit more color. I do love it just plain, but I wanted to have a little bit more color on the bag. Okay, so did you see how I did that? I use my surface that I'm working on to make sure that my corners and stuff are nice and square. I'm going to do it again for this one. Okay, so this is my tab. I am going to add my adhesive to my tab, just like that. Okay, and then I am just going to take this piece, keeping this nice and flat on my work surface, and I'm just going to fold it over and squish it down. Okay, and there we have a nice square bag. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I am going to tuck in those edges that we shimmied. Now where the join is, I like to put that to the back of the bag, so I'm going to turn it around so it is in the back corner. Okay, so when I put my tabs in, the first thing that I want to do is I want to take the front and I want to put that in last. Okay, so this is the back of the bag. Remember, the side that is the back of the bag, we are going to fold that down first. Then we're going to take the other side and we're going to fold it towards the back. And that way all the seams are all on the back of the bag. Okay, now you can use sticky strip for this, or if you find it easier, you can also use the good old glue. Okay, so like all of these adhesives, these are, I'm going to show you the page because there are so many adhesives on there. There's adhesive sheets, there's adhesive strips, there's foam sheets, there's foam strips, there's your snail, there is your snail plus, there is your tear tape, your green glue, all those things I am giving 23% off. And it is just a private sale. It's not a Stampin' Up! Promotion. It's just something that I wanted to do for Cyber Monday to say thank you for sticking with me. This past year has been, I've had some challenging times for sure, and you guys have been amazing and supportive. So, all right, so we're going on to our second bag here. Hello, Tracy, how are you? So we're going to tuck in the side tabs, and then we are going to take the back of the bag. There's my seam. We're going to fold that in first, and then I'm going to add my glue onto the front flap and fold it over. Okay, just like that. I am definitely Team Tombow. I'm with you for sure. I find it easy. I mean, if I'm doing the joins here and I'm working on a flat surface and I know I can just fold it over, I will definitely use the tear tape. But for this sort of thing where I want to slide it into place, have a little bit of play, then I use my Tombow glue. Okay, so cute little bags, right? We're not done yet. We want to make these look super cute. So I'm going to start with, I have to think which pieces I had for which bag. So I'm going to decorate mine up. I'm going to bring in I think this pretty ribbon here, it is real red and it is a dotted ribbon. And you may not see this one, but this is an online exclusive. So it is, you can just find it online, but it is a really pretty ribbon and I'm going to use it to go around the top of this bag. So what I'm going to do for these is I'm going to kind of finish them off in a couple different ways. For this one, I'm going to do a little pinch, and I'm just going to pinch the top inch of it. Okay, and you can kind of roll your fingers down the side so it does sit in there, but I'm not going to fold it all the way down. I'm just going to pinch it at the top. Now I'm going to take a punch that I've got that is a 1-inch circle punch, and I'm just going to pop it into the side here. I'm going to have it so that the top of the bag is kind of flush there with the side of the punch, just so that I do the same on each side. And I just want to just peek it in just like that. Can you see that? Just peeking it in. I'm just going to pop that out just like that. Now it's going to make a little notch in the side. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same on this side. So you may or may not have a 1 inch, if you have a 3/4 inch punch, if you got a 1/2 inch punch, whatever you've got, go ahead and just, come on, it's not wanting to go. I've got a few layers in here. It's not going to pop out like the last one. I might have to do it separately. Let's see, I've got to use my muscles. Not close, not quite. It's going through a few layers, so I'm just going to just pull it out, and I might have to notch it. Let's see. I'm going to help it along a little bit. Don't want to rip it, but I'm going to line it up in a second. So let me get the punch out, and I will do one little section at a time. So now that I got my kind of groove in there, let me just do one section. There we go. And then we'll do the other section. So you can see, you can do, if you're doing your homemade like Christmas crackers, you use kind of little circle punches to groove things out. Well, that's what we're doing. I was just grooving the sides of the bag like that. And then when I go and I take my ribbon, I can wrap it around and it's going to have a groove to sit in. You see how that works? Okay, so it's going to have a little groove. So I am going to tie that off in a second, okay? But first I want to decorate it up a little bit. So I'm going to bring in just a piece, and I just want to see how long this is. This is pretty long. I had it left over from my tag class, that is my December club, and I have a few pieces left over. So those are the pieces that I grab and I use for decorating up bags and boxes. And I use all those extras up. So I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. It's just a little texture, and I'm going to attach that to the top. Isn't that pretty? Just a little bit of white. It gives a little stage for our cute little tree that we're going to put on here. All right, so I'm going to put that just like that. Love it. Now, if you're hearing a little bit of noise in the background, the rest of my family is actually watching the first of the Hunger Games, because the new one's out. Has anyone gone and seen the new Hunger Games movie, or a Hunger Games movie fan? There is, I do believe, 4 that came out, and we did watch all of them when they came out, and then there's a new one that's just come out. So they are busy watching the first one. They're going to do like a little marathon, I think, and then they're going to go watch the new one. So if you happen to hear some noises, that's what's going on. So I've got "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," and I'm going to stick that on the front of my bag. Okay. Let's see what else I wanted to do. I'm not going to do too much more, but I had this little piece of vellum. I don't know what it is about vellum, but I love it. So I'm just going to add it down kind of the center part way, because it just makes it a little bit more whimsical. even though it's, I mean, it's just gonna sit there behind the tree. I just love the look of that. So I am going to go for it, and I'm gonna add, let's see, I need my glue dots. I am gonna add a little bit of vellum on there because I had it, right? So I'm using up my scraps. Love to use up my scraps. Okay, there's that, and another one there. So I'm just gonna add a little piece of vellum down here. That's a little bit of whimsy. And I put my adhesive where the tree is going to go. That is key when you're doing vellum. You want to hide where the adhesive goes. So it's just going to sit there. Okay. Now I want to have a look at my tree, and I'm going to put it off to the side a little bit. Remember, this ribbon is going to end up going over top like so, and I'm going to tie it over on this side. I think this is going to be perfect. So let's pop our tree out. This is going to be a really cute bag. And like I said, this is going to be good enough for a little bag of candy. If you want to put little tags on it, you could definitely do that. And you could, even on these trees, you could put people's names on here, and you could use them for table settings, little favors on your Christmas table. Or, like I said, a little gift of goodies for some neighbors. Okay, so I'm going to tie the bow off to the side because then it's going to look very pretty. And this is one of those things. I actually have some of these fabulous little clips that a friend Kathy gave me. And of course, they're over on the other table where I create. And sometimes I use them because I will clip something, and then I can actually tie my bow and then unclip it, right? But instead I'm just using my fingers here and holding it, but I think that's perfect. Okay, so see how cute that little bag is? Now we want to, of course, add a little bit of bling. So I'm going to grab, let's see. I think I'm just going to grab plain old classic rhinestones. You can't go wrong with just some nice shiny bling, am I right? So we're going to do just a few. I'm going to put one on our vellum and maybe one over here on our tree somewhere, right down there. Now, another great tip is where you have an embellishment, see how that side of the vellum is sticking up? This is another little tip for you. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a glue dot and I'm going to stick it underneath where my rhinestone is on the vellum. So underneath where the rhinestone is, and then I'm going to press that rhinestone down. So what it does is it hides again a point where an adhesive can be, so it can tuck it down. Okay, so there is our first little bag. Isn't that sweet? I think that's super cute and a great little gift bag. We're going to do our second one. We're going to bring in our musical notes, and I'm just debating on this one whether I want to do, I might do little tiny holes to thread some ribbon through, I think, for this one. But I'm going to decorate up the front first. So for this one, let's see, I could go this way, I think. Would be quite pretty. Seeming we're going to have some holes up here for ribbon. I think I'm going to go this way with it. And I'm going to add, I had a few little pieces. So again, this is that joyous, beautiful paper, the specialty paper. And then this is the joyous paper. And what I did was I cut, using the classic Christmas dies, I cut out some holly leaves with it. So I'm going to use those to help decorate up the bag. Okay, so we're going to put this on, I think, flat, and then we're going to pop everything else out. Here we go. Okay, so I will be, this actually, this is, I'm trying to think which, these are the nesting dies, I do believe. And look at how that perfectly fits across the bag. I was not planning that. That was like meant to be. I was actually originally thinking that I was going to put these up and down, but I like the look of that right across the bag like that. And then we're going to bring in another one of the Joyous Specialty patterns, and we're going to pop this one up, I think. And then we're going to do a little greeting across it. Okay. We're going to add some embellishments. Let's see. Yeah, I need my glue dots, and I think we will do holly, and I have a little bit more greenery. And again, they're leftover pieces that I had from the tag kits, which I'm excited for those of you that joined I'm out of my glue dots. Look at that. For those of you that joined my December club, it is the Christmas Tag Dozen, and I am excited to create our dozen tags coming up the beginning of December. These are some of the pieces you will find in your kits. Okay, so I'm going to do just like that, a little bit of holly going in those directions. Now I've also got a little bit of greenery, which is the same. This is shaded spruce, which, you know what, it's one of those greens. It is so bright and beautiful color green. I love it for Christmas because it's a happy, jolly green. It really is. I'm going to put that over top. But I love it for spring too. So I use it often for spring and for Christmas. It is one of my go-to greens. Okay, so I'm going to do, again, one going from both directions here. I've got a bunch of these that I cut. And I just got to pop these pieces out. Let me get my little tool. This has become like my second little finger here. It pops everything out. And there we go. Let's put this one down this side. Okay. I'm going to bring in a greeting, and I think that I'm just going to do it across on a straight piece of paper. I think the greeting that I'm going to do. Yep, I like that. I want to tuck this one in a little bit more. Sorry, greenery. You're going to get tucked a little more because you're way out there. Too far. Too far. Okay, let's see. Ooh, better. All right, so let's add our decorative over piece here. Brings that beautiful green into play. Love it. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to take a scrap of white, and I did have one, and I'm going to stamp a greeting. This is from, it was the stamp set that I featured the other night. Remember how we chopped all of the greetings in strips and mixed them up in the colors? I'll have to grab which one it is here. Joy to you. There we go. I normally have all these written down so that I know the names and remember the names of them, but I was so busy and excited creating my Zany Zoo cards for January. I got carried away. The next thing you know, it was like 10 to 8. So we're pulling it together here. All right, here is wishing you a Merry Christmas. And I'm just going to pop that across. So I'm going to take this here and I'm going to trim it. Now, I'm going to also stamp it in red. And I want to see which I would use. Kind of like the black, just to switch it out from the red and the green. Kind of use a neutral. I do like that. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I do like, yeah, I think I do like the black. Rather, I thought about using red as well, but I think I do like the black. It just breaks it up a little bit. That looks great. And debating on, do I want a little bit of vellum on this one? I could use a tiny, tiny bit of vellum. Let's see. or I'll leave it. I think I'm going to do ribbon instead. I'm going to do ribbon across that. So let's pop this out. Creating on the fly is what it's about, right? I'm going to do a little bit of red ribbon and I'll put it right across. That's what I'll do instead, just to bring some of this ribbon in. And yep, I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually stick this down with my dimensionals. Okay, so I'm just going to pop it over top, one there and one over here. And then when I put my greeting on, it will help stick it all together. Okay, so there's one, and take that off there too. And let's add that on just like that. Got to get your hand inside the bag here. Perfect. Look at how pretty that is with all of our joyous papers. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, can you measure me the measurements and score lines? Yes, I can definitely do that. I will actually add the score lines and the measurements to the description of the video is what I'll do when I'm done. Okay, so there is those. Now I think what I may do is use some of this beautiful ribbon here, and this is what I'm going to create the handles with. I think that will be quite pretty. And what we're going to do is we're going to punch some holes into here and into here. So I'm just going to grab my little tool here. Let's see. I have got a 1/8 of an inch just hole punch here, and I'm going to just punch it down. The nice thing is I can use the lines in the musical notes as a reference. So I'm going to go in, so it's just going right along the same line there. Okay, and then I'm going to feed this through. And the nice thing is this is nice and light ribbon, so I can feed it through really easily. And I'm going to make this more of like a little mini gift bag. Look at how pretty this is going to look. With that little bit of shimmer, it looks fantastic. So you could tie it, and I think I will tie it so that it's like a little bow in the front too. Why not? Let's do it. I'm going to do like a little tie in the front. Okay, so I'm going to feed it through just like this. Almost there. Loving how these turned out though. So we're going to just kind of go like that. And look at that. It's the same length. That was meant to be. And I'm going to just do a little bow in the front, just to make it pretty at the front of the bag. And you still have room to put your little things in there. But I like that bow. And like I said, this is really nice, beautiful, airy ribbon. So this is the ribbon that will be in your January card club. So there is our beautiful bag. There's one. Let's bring in our other one. I think we need a little bit of shiny bling. We'll bring out the silver in that ribbon, which will be perfect. And we'll just add just a few little rhinestones. We'll do one in the middle. One, let's do 1, 2 actually. I want to do 2 on the red so they really pop, and then maybe 1 right down here. Okay, because they're going to get lost everywhere else. All right, so there you have it. There is 2 cute little bags. One more like a traditional little gift bag. You could put your little gift in there, add some white tissue paper, and then that would be amazing. What kind of trimmer are you using? Oh, are you wondering about this little guy? This was something, Stampin' Up! Doesn't have it anymore, but they had it as a join special. I think it was during a celebration time. And we've been asking for them to bring this back. So who knows, maybe we'll see it back one day, but it is a great little trimmer. Yes. Okay. And then I use my Stampin' trimmer. All right. And then this one, we notched the side and then tied our ribbon around that way. So do it a little coloring, try the little bit of coloring. And if you love these papers, you are going to want to grab them because they are on the last chance list. Okay, so this is my project for tonight. I want to thank you for joining me for this fun little 3D. The great thing is you can get 2 of these bags out of 1 sheet of 12 by 12 because they're 6 by 12 bags. So you can make 2 at a time, which makes your creating so much quicker. And you can really, if you were doing a full table and having gifts for everyone, let's see here, got 12 sheets in a package. You could do 24 of these little bags out of 1 package. Oh no, there's 8 sheets, so 16 bags you could get out of 1 package. Joyous specialty papers, okay, to make the bag. So there we go. And remember, 24 hours starting at midnight tonight. So all of the 27th of November, I am doing a special little promotion just through me as a thank you. And I'm going to show you all of the adhesives that will be on sale for 23% off. So after you put in your order, check out all of these. So the whole page of 138, this is my adhesive. Thank you for sticking, like that, sticking with me. Special Cyber Monday sale through Sue's Paper Creations. So when you place your order, I will reimburse you. I will transfer you the 23%. If you get a hold of me and send me your list of adhesives that you want, then what I'll do is I'll just minus the 23% as I charge your credit card. So you get the 23% off, okay? And there is no limits. We always need adhesives. It's the one thing that we need when we are creating is we got to have our glues, right? So in there is your fine tip, your Tombow, you got the tear tape I used. Oh my goodness, what else have we got? Our dimensionals, 3 different dimensionals, adhesive strips if you want to try making shaker cards. Those are your go-tos. We have our adhesive sheets for those fine dies. We have got our cling adhesives if you're converting any old wood stamps and you want to switch them over to cling mount. You're going to need those sheets. Good old glue dots, always need. We've got our snails and the refills, the fine tip, and then if you don't already have one of these silicone mats are amazing when you're using your adhesives and your Tombow on really tiny things. And then there's even let's see here, this is the heat and stick powder. Okay, so if you're doing your gilded leaf, that gold gilded leaf, that's what you want to do if you want to stamp something. Use the heat and stick powder, heat it up with your heat tool, and then put your gilding over top. Okay, and that's how you get gilded letters and stuff. It's very, very cool, and images. All right, so 24 hours starting midnight. 23% off. Okay, that's my gift to you for sticking with me this past year. So thank you once again, and I will see you sometime in the next couple days. All right, so stay tuned on my channel. I will be giving the link for signing up for the Zany Zoo club for January. I will also be reminding you, if you want to do the trucking along, get that free class with the bundle. I have got the packages ready to mail, okay? And I will be giving information for my new launch of the new catalog in January, virtual and in person, my in-person sale, and my birthday bash celebration, which is going to be the 3rd Saturday in January, okay? So lots coming down, all right? All right, take care, everyone. Have a great night, and I will see you soon. Thanks again. Bye.